There are four really good ways to make money as a service bureau, and the single biggest mistake I see people make is this. They try to do all four of them at the same time. They spread themselves so thin across all of them that they never get good at any single one. And their whole business, it stalls out. So here's what I want to do in this video. I'm going to break down our top income streams or top revenue models for service bureaus in 2026. We're going to break down what's great and what's not so great about each revenue model. And by the end of this video, you're going to know which one of the four to commit to for 2026, because the people who actually scale this thing, they pick one, they lock in, and they get insanely good at growing that revenue model. Hey, my name is Ross Farnsworth, co-founder of the Service Bureau Accelerator. We've helped over 1,200 tax pros start and scale their own service bureau, and we currently produce over 300,000 funded bank products every single tax season. Now, the reason I'm making this video is simple. Most service bureaus that I get on the phone with for coaching and mentorship are usually spread across 2 or 3 of these different revenue models, doing all of them halfway and wondering why they're stuck and not growing. Compared to the other service bureaus who are growing their bank product volume and scaling fast, they picked one revenue model and went all in. So before I get into the top 4 revenue models, I want to set the foundation first, because here's what they all have in common. When we're looking at all these revenue models, every one of them ends up with the same place: funded bank products through your software that has your name on it. That's the engine underneath all 4. Bank products funded through your service bureau. Now, here's the part most people in the tax industry never figure out. The way you grow in this business as a service bureau and in the tax industry in general is not by sitting down and trying to do more returns yourself. It's actually by owning the platform that everyone else works inside. And as a service bureau, you've got real financial motivation to help other people grow, because when they grow, you grow. When they produce more funded bank products, you collect fees on every single one of them. They win, you win, easy. But all 4 of these revenue models that we're going to talk about here today are not the same. Each one has real trade-offs. So your job is not to run all 4. You need one model that fits you and how you want to grow your service bureau. And you need to get great at it before you ever really think about adding the second one. That's how you dial in your business. That's how you can build a team around it. And that's how you can actually scale it into something real. So these 4 are roughly ordered from, working with people who already do taxes, to creating brand new tax businesses from scratch, even to letting people go out and grow it for you. For each one, I'm going to give you the upside and the catch, so you can actually choose instead of just guessing. Now, one of them is the fastest to start, one of them has the highest ceiling but longest runway, and one of them is the most counterintuitive, where it basically turns your top EROs into your own sales force. So stay with me through all 4, because the right pick depends on where you are at right now and ultimately how you want to grow your service bureau. All right, so revenue model number 1, a prepare development program. Here's how it works. You go out and recruit independent preparers to come and work under your tax office. Then over time, as they're ready, you walk them through and show them how you can elevate them from a preparer into a full ERO, where you issue them their own software license through your service bureau and help them launch their business. And think about who you're recruiting here. These aren't beginners, right? These aren't people who've never done a tax return in their lives. These are independent tax preparers already producing bank products who understand taxes, already have returns, they already have their own customers. They're looking for a better deal or an ERO to work under, or even a mentor to help them level up. And you get to be that for them. So while they're under you, the bank products they produce are funded through your software, right? You're collecting those fees as a service bureau. And when you show them the path to becoming an ERO, you can then hand them their own software license, which continues to benefit your service bureau as well. Then show them how to recruit their own preparers and their own team so they continue to grow and scale their business just like you were able to do with them. That gives them more revenue growth and more funded bank products for your service bureau as well. Again, it's a win-win scenario. And that's part of one of the reasons why I absolutely love this industry, is because it's all designed around helping each other win. So let's talk about the obvious upside. You're working with people who already know taxes, right? And they already have customers, which means every preparer you bring on comes with them bank product volume immediately. This way, you're not starting from zero, and you can build a bank product producing team directly under you. Now, the trade-off is that this is going to be a little bit more hands-on. You're probably going to be doing some mentoring. You're developing these preparers into EROs. You're leading a team, and that takes time and energy. Plus, when you're recruiting independent preparers, they're going to be working directly under your office where you are still going to be the ERO until you get them elevated to become their own EROs. That means that there's still some liability. You're probably still going to be wanting to review those returns and transmit them on your own, which is not exactly the service bureau model, but it's a great pipeline builder, recruiting preparers, elevating them into EROs, which will eventually become those customers directly to your service bureau. So while there is a lot of those things to consider, the trade-offs really turn into long-term customers on your software and long-term opportunities for those customers where you can show them a path to not staying where they're at as a preparer, but actually growing into an ERO and potentially even a reseller down the road. That's what Shalimar did when she came to us back in 2023. She had less than tax clients, barely had a business, but she built an entire program for her service bureau called the ERO University, basically recruiting independent preparers and teaching them how to grow, showing them how to get an EFIN and how to go out and recruit more preparers. Her first year, she onboarded 25 preparers and showed them how to become EROs. She did over $100,000 in upfront software sales, produced over 400 bank products, and about $30,000 in back-end revenue. Year 2, she more than doubled her entire business and crossed that six-figure mark for the very first time in her service bureau. So now let's dive into revenue model number 2, an academy, or what some people also call a business in a box. Now, this one is completely different. So instead of recruiting people who are already doing taxes, what you're trying to do here is taking brand new people and launching them into the tax business from zero. So to do this right, you've got to actually build something real. You have to put together a real rock solid training program. You're going to be teaching them tax law. Then you walk them through everything it takes to start a tax business, getting their PTIN, getting their EFIN, navigating the software, and marketing and client acquisition side of things. So something to keep in mind as well with an academy or a business in a box program is that you are the face of it, right? They're going to be learning the business from you, and every one of them will be using the tax preparation software you provide them. This means, hopefully, bank products produced through your software. Now, what's great about this business in a box or academy model is it is by far the biggest opportunity pool. Think of this, literally every single person in the country who is not yet in the tax industry is a potential customer, because you're taking, the hundreds of millions of people who are not yet doing taxes, and you're introducing them to the opportunity to start their own tax business. Now, while that opportunity is massive, here's what's challenging about it. It is the biggest lift. You have to build a real curriculum. You have to truly want to pour into your students and teach them everything you know to ensure they become successful. Not only that, but what we've typically seen is that brand new people produce a lot less at first and need the most support. This one definitely has the longest runway before it pays off. So I want you to look at it this way. This is a timeline between someone who first joins your program to them actually producing returns. Think of all the steps that have to come into place. They have to learn how to do taxes. They got to learn tax law. They got to learn how to navigate the software and actually process returns and do a bunch of test returns. Then they need to start marketing and selling and advertising and getting customers. And then once the tax season comes around, they need to actually produce that volume. So there are a lot of steps that will come into place in order for someone to go from very beginning to being successful. Whereas some of the other models, maybe you're working with a preparer, well, they already know tax and they've got customers. You just need to get them to use the software and they convert into generating products for your service bureau. Other ways with EROs, they're already here. You're literally just bringing their volume under your software. So while there is a lot more of a heavy lift to get someone all the way through that, this is by far the biggest opportunity just because there are so many people who are not yet in the tax industry that you can sell this program to. Now, that being said, what we've seen is that typically the 80-20 rule applies here. And if you're not familiar with the 80-20 rule, it's basically everything in life kind of boils down to an 80-20 rule. In an academy, you're going to find that 80% of your enrollments probably might do nothing, but 20% of your enrollments are going to be the ones producing the majority of the volume for your service bureau. So it's a really great business model. It is a really great program that you can launch. And when people are brand new starting out, you've got the potential to really pour into them and turn them into a customer for life under your service bureau. Now, real quick, if you're already watching this and going, okay, I can see which one of these fits me. Maybe I want to do the academy, or you're like, you know what? I want to recruit preparers. You don't have to wait to the end of this video. We actually put together a free training that walks through these different revenue models and how they can be applied to help you scale your service bureau. Now, we'll also cover how the money flows with the bank product returns and how to get set up as a service bureau the right way. It's about 45 minutes long. The link is in the description. Get registered for one of our upcoming trainings and be ready to take notes as well. So revenue model number 3 is the most straightforward of all 4 of these. You just sell the software, okay? You package your software into an irresistible offer and you sell software licenses directly to EROs who are already in the business. Specifically, you're going after EROs who are already producing bank product returns. You get them on your software, you put more money in their pocket with competitive fees, they make the switch, it's a no-brainer. And here's how you win these deals. Don't just sell them the software. Everybody sells software. You want to add value on top. Think of this, what other bonuses, trainings, tools, templates, resources could you add into your software package that actually helps your ERO grow their business? This way, instead of just being one more expense on their books, you want to become an asset to their business by putting more money into the pocket and helping them actually grow their business. Guys, a little secret here, no one really cares about tax software. It's just a tool for them to do the job, right? And so if we focus the conversation around how you can help them grow their business and you just slide your software there as a part of a value add of the whole package, you're going to be able to convert a lot more EROs onto your software versus just comparing apples to apples like most service bureaus we see try to do and struggle at it as well. Now, we'll also have more videos in the future that break down each one of these revenue models with actual tactics on how to implement them. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Now, the pros here is speed, right? This revenue model is the fastest path to start and the lowest lift because, again, these are EROs. They already have a business. They already have customers. You don't have to teach them how to do taxes. You're just giving them a better software deal for the volume they already generate. The con is competition, right? Everyone's selling software these days. At least it feels like that in some of these Facebook groups and so on. So what that means is that you've got to compete on your deal and the value you stack on top of it. That's why it's so important to develop a software package with more than just tax software and tech support. Thinking outside of the box here is how you're going to gain the competitive edge in the marketplace and get more EROs sign up on your software versus the competition. So I'll give you an example. Terrence out of Tampa, he actually started with an academy model and eventually switched into the direct ERO software path, mostly through Facebook ads. His first year with the academy, he produced around 600 bank products. It was pretty good, but the very next year, by just focusing on selling software to EROs, he hit over 2,000 bank products and his very first 6 figures as a service bureau. He told us he follows our blueprint exactly, and his whole approach was getting out of the red ocean and into the blue ocean, basically separating himself by the competition by adding more value to his software package, which ultimately helped him close more deals and onboard more EROs who produced more bank product volume. And so last but not least, revenue model number 4, and this is the one that catches most people off guard, possibly. It's a reseller program. So here's the idea. You take your top producing EROs, the ones who are really excelling, the ones bringing in bank product volume who are clearly hungry for more, and you give them a way to resell your software to other EROs they know, especially in the off season when their own tax business is quiet. Why do they want it? Because it's off-season income for them without walking away from their own business. And why does it work for you? Well, 2 reasons. First, all of that reseller volume comes back up to you, right? Every funded bank product their people produce is funded through your software. And second, a reseller program is a funnel. The resellers who really take off are the same people you eventually want to help launch their own service bureau directly under you. So their volume keeps flowing up to you as they move through being an ERO to a reseller and eventually a full service bureau. So the advantage here in this revenue model is leverage. Your best people are selling for you. Your reach grows without you doing all the selling yourself. Now the catch is that this is the most advanced model of all the 4, and it only works if you already have top producing EROs to pull from and if you already know how to sell software, because at the end of the day, you are still going to need to give them some sort of training on how to sell software, how to negotiate fees, how to ensure they're set up for success so they can actually produce software sales for your service bureau. So there they are, our top 4 Service Bureau revenue models for 2026. We have the Prepare Development Program, where you recruit producing preparers and elevate them through the industry, a Tax Academy or Business in a Box, where you teach people how to launch a brand new tax business from scratch, selling software straight up to existing EROs, and last but not least, a Reseller program that turns your best producing EROs into your own sales force. And here's the most important thing I can tell you. Every one of these models works. But the people who win don't dabble in all 4. They pick one that fits where they are right now and where they want to go, and they get insanely good at that one thing, and they build a team and they build their systems around it. That is how you scale a business. All 4 end up in the same place anyways, right? Bank products produced through your software that you own. So let me bring it home for you guys. Every season you spend spread across all 4 is a season you don't get great at any one of them. Pick one revenue model. Go all in. That single decision is the difference between a business that stalls out and a business that scales. Now, this isn't for everybody. If you're looking for passive income where you don't have to do any work, or you're the type who just wants to sit back and see how this goes for somebody else first, this isn't going to be your thing. But if you're ready to actually commit to one model and build, you're in the right place. If you want the full picture, if you want to see how the models work, what some of our members have been able to achieve with these revenue models, go and check out our free training. The link is right below this video. It's about 45 minutes long, and it's going to show you how to get the best deal to launch your service bureau and the best mentorship and training possible in the industry to help you implement one of these revenue streams. And do me a favor, drop a comment. Let me know which one of these 4 revenue streams are you committing to for 2026. Again, I read every single one of these comments. I would love to know which path you guys are all taking. And if you got value from this, hit subscribe. We go deep on this stuff every single week, breaking down the service bureau industry, talking about revenue models and different opportunities. So hit subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.